What would be the reprogramming that you would share with someone who grew up like a majority of people maybe who didn't have like the wealthiest parents, and they were programmed that, you know, money is the root of all evil, or it's hard to make money,
Yeah.
or we never have enough to buy what we want.
Well, that's the
Would there be
negative
a
programming. That's the one
yeah,
that keeps you poor all the time.
what would be the new script to reprogram, and how effective would it be for someone to do this right before they go to sleep with the new script?
Well, anything that you put in your mind consciously before you go to sleep is still lingering in there as you go to sleep. So it's like fomenting inside. Okay. I think that the very first thing is this. Even before the money, I said, what was the first one? I said, you have to love yourself, because that means you will take care of yourself. And people don't love themselves, they don't take care of themselves. And you know that. You've seen people physiologically fall apart in front of your face because they don't take care of themselves. Why?
They make poor choices with their nutrition or working out or
everything's not relevant. But if they have a pet, oh man, my pet's going to get the best food. My pet's going to get the best health care. I'm going to, take care of this pet. Do they take care of themselves? Not as good as they take care of the pet. Right away, there's your problem. So number one is, first, identify you love yourself, because then everything you do after that will be supporting your love. Okay? Then, deservability. I do not deserve. Right, well, that's what I was programmed. I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not wealthy enough, I'm not beautiful enough, whatever. I go, you better start programming, I deserve X, I deserve Y. Okay? Not I will deserve, I deserve. Again, I just want to emphasize that, because any futurism in a subconscious mind doesn't work, because subconscious doesn't see future, it just sees the moment. So if you record, I will be wealthy, I will be healthy. I say, when's that going to happen? I go, well, put it in the record. Come back next year, Lewis, and let's push the button, and it says, I will be healthy. And I go,
you're still not there. Yeah.
You can't get there because I never said you were there. You're only in a want. You can't get there. So the idea is, that's why everything, go back to, it has to be in the present tense. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I am this, and I am lovable. So that's really important. That's, if you don't do that right, then, but you can always reprogram. That's the beautiful part.
Sure.
Screwed it up. Well, then reprogram it again. You can do it.
We decide to change. Throwing up our hands in horror at what we may call the mess of our lives and just giving up are the ways many people react. Others get angry at themselves or at life and also give up. By giving up, I mean deciding it's all hopeless and impossible to make any changes, so why try? The rest of it goes, just stay the way you are. At least you know how to handle that pain. You don't like it, but it's familiar, and you hope it won't get any worse. To me, habitual anger is like sitting in a corner with a dunce hat on. Does this sound familiar? Something happens and you get angry. Something else happens and you get angry again. Something else happens and once again you get angry. But you never go beyond getting angry. What good does that do? It seems foolish to waste your time getting angry. It's also a refusal to see life in a new and different way. It would be helpful to ask yourself how you are creating so many situations to become angry at. What are you believing that causes all these frustrations? What are you giving out that attracts in others the need to irritate you? Why do you believe that to get your way, you need to get angry? Whatever you give out comes back to you. The more you give out anger, the more you are creating situations for you to get angry at, like sitting in a corner wearing a dunce hat, going nowhere. Do these statements bring up feelings of anger? Good, it must be hitting home. This is something you could be willing to change. Make a decision to be willing to change. If you really want to know how stubborn you are, just approach the idea of being willing to change. We all want to change, to have situations become better and easier. However, we do not want to change. We would rather they change. In order to have this happen, we must change inside. We must change our way of thinking, change our way of speaking, change our way of expressing ourselves. Only then will the outer changes occur. This is the next step. We are now fairly clear on what the problems are and where they come from. Now it is time to be willing to change.